Let's go ahead and tell the truth tonight. A lot of y'all are not bad communicators. You're just committed to misunderstanding each other because the issue is not always what's said, it's how it's received. Women are speaking with context, emotion, and subtext. Men are hearing keywords, tone, and perceived disrespect. So now a woman says, I need more from you. And a man hears, You're not enough. A man says, I just need peace. And a woman hears, Be quiet and don't express yourself. Same conversation, two completely different translations. And instead of asking, What did you mean? We jump straight into defense mode. Tonight, we're breaking down the disconnect because relationships aren't failing because of lack of love, they're failing from lack of understanding. And let's be very clear, I didn't say it wrong, you heard it through your ego. Hey, y'all, I am Rhythm and Blues, and this is Ashes and Influence. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday.
Hello, everybody.
How goes
Hey,
it?
how
Happy
y'all
Easter.
doing?
Well, thank you guys for
I
joining us.
wanted to say happy resurrection.
Resurrection
What?
Sunday. That's
Yeah.
all right. Say it. You better say it. You better say it.
God darn it, you better say
uh,
thank you. Happy
yeah.
Resurrection Sunday to you as well. Listen, here we are. We are back again with another riveting conversation afoot. I think the new not goal, but the new theme for Ashes and Influence is having these tough conversations, one conversation at a time. Black women and black men, there is a disconnect. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it stems from. Maybe I do, if I'm being honest. Maybe I do know where it stems from, but it's 2026.
2026.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. So if it takes this one conversation at a time mentality to
Yeah.
get where we need to be, I'm willing to carry the load. I'm willing to carry the
Yeah.
load on this. Ashes and Influence is willing to carry the load. Um, hello, Hectic. I want to welcome him to the show. This is Hectic of Hectic Visuals of HD Network of all all the things. I'll leave other things off because he is hectic. What I'll say to
I am
y'all about
retiring. I'm retiring. So, eventually you won't have to worry about all those other things.
cool
All those
beans, cool
other
beans.
accolades we would be given.
What I'll
Yeah.
say Hectic has been a fan of Ashes and Influence since its inception. I really, really appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
You've done videos for us. You've talked with us. You kind of knew where this thing was going before
That
we
dope
got
intro he's responsible for.
yes
I need to
intro.
I need to redo another one for y'all, for real, for real. So,
Word
when
is
I come out that way, I'll let y'all know.
Look. Come through.
on
Yeah.
Resurrection Sunday. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. How's
Yeah.
everybody? How was your week? Symphony, how was your week?
Good. I have no complaints. It was productive. When I walked out of work on Friday, I was exhausted, but I felt so accomplished. I felt like it had been a productive work week. I
Mm,
was inspired to come back on Monday. I had a great weekend. I had a 3-day weekend this weekend. So I got to hang out in Austin and get outside a little bit and
good stuff.
even enjoyed the rain. The rain was amazing. We needed it.
Good stuff. Heck, how about you?
Just maintaining. I'm actually supposed to be going to the lounge after this, so chill out, relax a little bit, and get outside. It's not often I could do that on a Sunday. I'm not filming my show tonight because it's the Lord's day. So
Some things got to be sacred on the Lord's day.
On this
Yeah.
Resurrection Sunday.
My God.
Yeah. I thought about it. Though. I was like, it'd be a rough one. So
Mm, mm,
You know what
mm,
I did do? I went to Foodie Land in Austin this Friday.
mhm.
So they had some amazing food out there. I ate an entire giant fried squid. It was so
Oh,
good. They made it
wow.
spicy and it was on a stick. Big old giant squid on a stick.
You had a
Oh, they had
tentacle?
everything.
You had a tentacle?
I ate all the we ate all the tentacles. We ate the entire squid. There was nothing left. That was
Oh
deep
my
fried and it was amazing. There was so
I
much food
do
out there.
think
I
I
had
like squid
a
more than
cheesecake,
octopus.
what was it? Tennessee whiskey cheesecake.
Mm.
Girl, shut it down.
Forget about
Shut
it.
it down.
Forget about it.
So much food. It was you really, if you choose to go, you should just buy a pass for the weekend so that you could just go every day because you can't. Um,
Not all in
it's
one
just too
sitting.
much. It's too much
Not
food
all
out
in
there.
one.
Yeah,
Mm,
from
mm.
all over the United States, people come in.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks for me, work has been working. Like they have been getting the butter from the duck. And I said no more after last week and came
Uh-huh.
back and there was absolutely more. There was
More
certainly
work.
more.
You
Um,
thought something was gonna get done while you were gone.
but I thought I was hopeful. I was hopeful.
You were
I was,
delusional.
that's what I was, delusional. I know I'm the only one indulging today. I am smoking an Upsetters Para El Sapo. Y'all
Love
know it's got a Caribbean kick, Candela wrapper, definitely a little sweet, medium body. This one don't ask you for too much. You can
it.
sit, smoke. I like tequila. I'm not having tequila right now because it's way too. It's not 5 o'clock here, so I'm.
Somewhere. I
Oh,
think I might have the rock steady. I'm gonna try the rock steady out.
hmm.
Yeah.
You'll have to let me
Okay.
know. You'll have to let me know. Nobody has it here.
Really?
Nobody has it here. So you'll have to let me know. I know one of the lounges that we go to, if we find a good stick and we mention it to
Mm,
them, 9 times out of 10, next time we in that lounge, it's there.
they
So,
get it. Yeah.
yeah, so let me know about that
If
one.
not, then my go to would be the rude boy. So
Mm.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite, the original Rude
go wrong.
Boy.
Can't go
mm,
wrong.
Rude Boy.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
cannot go wrong. So I wanna preface my next comments with the internet is not real. To all of our Ash fam, the internet is just not a real place, and it's time. It's time. 2026. Come out those internet streets and come back to reality, please.
Come
Just
back.
come back to reality. I'm watching this video, or a video comes up in my social feeds. Three gentlemen, they're having a conversation, and the question on the table was who comes first? Nope, I'm lying. It's surmised to the who comes first, your spouse or your child. But the question that was on the table is if you were hanging on to your wife, because these were men, your wife in one hand, your child in another, they're hanging off a cliff, and you have to make a decision who you taking, basically.
Mhm.
So the
Mhm.
one gentleman, he was so staunch on his position that he letting his wife go. Like, that's my child. My
Mhm.
child always supposed to come first. And so when the other gentlemen are saying to him, no, you out of order, you're out of order. Bible says leave and cleave. Bible says a man that findeth a wife, you can make another child. And
Can
so
you though?
can you though?
Bill
Can you though?
Cosby said I can make one look just like you, another one look just like you. I'll take you out and make another one look just like you.
Listen, But the original gentleman, like, he stood so hard on his position, like, he called the other
Okay.
fellas idiots, like, "Why would y'all say my child is everything?" But forget the conversation, the
Mm.
comments,
Mm,
the comments. These are there were, a lot of women
of course.
in the comments, and "My child, my child, my child, my child," and I'm looking at y'all can't be. One gentleman says, "My wife would come back and haunt me if I let our kid die." Y'all both out of order. Y'all both
Yeah.
out of order. So my position has been made known. It's definitely I can make another child. I will
Right.
mourn, I will grieve, I can make another child. Like if I'm in a marriage and we ain't talking, and I think that was a lot of the trouble with the conversation because the gentleman himself, he was never married. He had a son, so he's speaking from that position. The other
Yeah.
gentleman didn't have a wife or a child. He was just speaking biblically, but the people in the comments are probably
We're
not in
speaking ignorantly.
they probably
Right.
not in a
Right.
relationship. Talk
Right.
about my child, my son, my
Mm. That's a
y'all know
that's a
the sh
tough one though.
why is
All
it tough?
tough as it may be.
It's
Um. So for me, there's so much information I need. Like, is it a good marriage? Are we good together? Are we not good together? Like, how so if you catch
couple
me on a good
factors.
day, if you catch me on a good day, I might save you. On another day, you off the cliff. You know what I mean? Like it's,
This is a
it's
lot.
just um I would probably I knowing okay,
Woo.
knowing the partners that I would want, they would probably be like, let me go. Save our child.
Mm,
Right?
mhm.
So then yeah, I'll be sad, but all right, you gotta go. You know what I mean? You told me to, and you told me if if I want whatever I want, I gotta listen to you. So hey, off you go. You know what I mean? But it's a tough one. I would probably save the kid for real. Only if it was in me in reverse, right? If I was off the cliff and it was the child. Listen, I've lived a full life. I'm Gucci.
Have you though? Have you
I've lived
though?
many lives. I've lived many lives in my little lifetime. I'm
Mhm.
pretty I never thought I'd be like I was thinking about it a couple weeks ago. I was like, man, I've done pretty much everything that I said I wanted to do besides being an astronaut. I'm too old to be an astronaut now.
I don't think you're too old. You're never too old. Go for it.
I don't have no PhD in no kind of science, nothing.
Okay. Okay.
That is a requirement. That's gonna
The
be a
shit
Yeah,
is
right,
requirement.
right. I think
the
that's one
shit
of
is
them.
that
First and
listen,
foremost.
listen, PT is president. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Right.
You can
I
do
joined Space Force. Yeah, you know.
see, look at you. Yes, you already came up with a plan. Stephanie, how about you?
Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
yes.
letting them churn go. I'm letting them churn go because one, I already have to take care of you. You know, I don't
Wow.
that man is my partner. That man gonna be there with me. Even when them children turn 18 and decide they want to live their life how they want to live it, although I've trained you up in the way that you should go, you'll take it
Mhm.
upon yourself to go out in the world and do whatever you want to do. Tell me I don't tell you what to do no more because
Uh-huh.
you've grown and
Uh-huh.
this and the third, and you're gonna go find your spouse, and you and your spouse are gonna go live your life how y'all want to live it.
That's
You
it.
know, I would pray that one day you would come back if I needed you to help out, to take care of some things or whatever the case. But I'm not your responsibility at the end of the day. I'm his responsibility. He's my responsibility. That's my man. That's my partner. I'm his woman. I'm his wife.
Man,
Again,
man,
them
man.
kids gonna leave our house, and it's
They
just gonna be me and you. You
that's
know,
it.
so if they leave a little earlier, and I got to let one of them go, and they leave a little earlier,
They was leaving anyway. They
they
was
was leaving
leaving
anyway.
anyway.
You was
She
leaving
leaving her on the
anyway.
way out. Okay,
Yeah.
what if they're under the age of 10?
It doesn't matter.
That makes it even.
It doesn't matter. You were going to leave
Oh, you,
anyway.
I don't even know you for real, for real.
You ain't
Honey,
been here long enough.
we are
You ain't missing out on nothing. You can't
already.
miss what you never had. You know, you can't miss what you never had.
This is why
So
I don't talk to either one of y'all. This is exactly why.
you have only begun to live. You have only
Oh
begun to
God.
live.
I'm not doing.
Oh Lord.
You get a
That's
do-over in
funny.
the next life. You'll get a do-over in the
Right,
next
right,
life.
right.
Yeah,
Hey, you going
you
to a
know,
better
come back as a
place.
bird.
Yeah.
Come back as a bird or something.
Come
Make
back
build a
as a
nest on my porch. Something.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
right now, you got
Oh.
definitely gonna be my guy. It's
All things
definitely.
happen for a reason. It just wasn't your time. You weren't supposed to be here.
But I can understand though, like different lives, different perspectives. Like,
Yeah.
I understand where the dude who has the kid and not the wife, he and a lot of times people too, they put all their stock into their kids, not necessarily their relationship, because in their mind, this could end at any moment. That child has my blood in them. That's always going to be my blood
Some kids
type
gonna
deal.
disappoint you. They are going to take you through there. Mm-mm,
Yeah.
mm-mm. Under different circumstances,
And
we
and
all
then
could.
will disown you because you got children today, adult children who have divorced their parents, don't speak to their families anymore. You're not, nope,
You
we're
gotta
not doing
go.
that. You
It's
run
gonna
the
be
same
you.
risk with
If
either
it's
one of
one,
them.
if it's a choice between him or you,
Only
it's gonna
one
be
could take half your assets.
it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you. So I found in having a conversation a few days ago with Hectic and another showrunner from our other podcast that men are really from Mars and women are from
She
Venus.
was stumped.
Uh-huh.
She was stumped about this one.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I was, and I don't feel like I'm a bad communicator at
Right.
all.
Right.
At all. Like there are times that I do have to step aside for myself and say, if this was being said to you, how would it fall on you?
Mm-hmm.
But the communication is the communication. I listen to hear and to understand and
Right.
to comprehend.
Right.
So when I'm
Mhm.
speaking to people, I'm trying to make it so that however my words fall, you will be able to comprehend, you will be able to hear what I'm saying. But it is definitely something in the way that men and women communicate that is getting lost in translation.
Mm.
I agree.
I don't know what it is, but we are going to talk about today
Yeah, we're
what
gonna get right
women
into it.
what women mean versus what men
Here.
hear.
Yeah.
So, Hectic, do you think you're easy to communicate with? Why or why not?
Um, I do think I'm now me communicating back not as great, but I'm a great listener. I'm a great listener and I also seek understanding, right? So if someone says something to me, I'm like, okay, because we know the English language, one thing can mean 20 different things, right? So I'm like, hey, do you mean this for this or do you mean this for that? Just so I could understand better where you're coming from and your perspective.
Mhm.
Because I've been told a lot of times, hey, I'm like, I used to have this issue where like a lot of women wanted to talk to me, like not talk to me in a romantic manner, but just as soon as I say hi, they're just like, regurgitating all their stuff out of me. And I had to ask someone why. I asked that one person why, and they're like, "You're just so easy to talk to." Da, da, da. And I was like, okay. I mean, I don't think what you're saying is a necessary hard, subject or whatever, but I think for me communicating to them, because I'm so introverted in personal life, like if I have a partner, I don't talk to you every day. We could be in the same house and I'll, say hi, bye, kiss, boo, boo, hey, what's for dinner? What you want to eat? That's it. I I I can't stand someone who hates awkward silence. Like it's like you watching the movie, right? And they be like, so you be like
Not during the movie.
Not
Not
during a
during.
movie.
the movie on. And they're like, yeah, I know, but I had to ask someone a couple weeks ago. I'm like, uh, you don't like silence, huh? She's like, you saying I talk too much? I am not saying that, but what I am saying is there has not been a moment that you have not said something. You know what I
Mm, mm,
mean? Like,
definitely
so
talking.
so um yeah, I don't need to talk to someone every day. Like I feel, and that's a fault to mine sometimes because I feel like some people need that.
Constant interaction.
I don't, it drains me. I don't have it in me. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like if we together now, if we see each other every once in a blue moon, cool, we can converse. But if you around a lot and you need me to talk to you all the time, I ain't the
I
guy
got
for
it.
you.
So Hectic is not going to live with anybody ever. Ladies,
There you go.
you heard that proclamation. You heard it right. You did not hear it through your ego. He can't live with nobody. Or you going to have some
Eh,
silence
You gonna
throughout
have some awkward silence.
throughout
no,
your week.
it'd be awkward for them, not for me.
You're going to
I'll
be
be
good.
like, this is blissful. This is
Jesus.
how I am. When COVID happened, I was like, oh, you finally answered one.
Look at
I get
you.
it though. I get it because I don't want nobody talking to me all day, every day. Like
Yeah,
sometimes I have nothing to say, and nothing is wrong because some men
right.
think because women are a lot of women are chatterboxes, that if a woman is saying nothing, then something must be wrong.
Hmm.
Are you okay?
Mhm.
I'm fine. Oh, she said, I'm fine. Are you sure? Yeah, absolutely. Well, you sure
Well,
are quiet.
okay, explain
Why
that
aren't
one.
you? Because, like, why do we have to fill the space with conversation, with talk the
Yeah,
entire
touch
time?
me. Touch me. Like it doesn't have
Yeah, sometimes we ain't
I'm
got
a
to
touch
say
every
person.
nothing.
all
I'm
communication.
definitely a touch person. Hey,
Yeah,
get
Yeah.
get right next to me. I'm good with that. But
that's
talking,
it. You don't have to say
It's
nothing.
communication. That's communication.
That's a
Not,
whole love language.
but
never.
I could say that if she's a chatterbox 24/7 and all of a sudden she's not saying something,
It's
something's
something.
on her mind.
It's
Oh,
something
yeah,
Something
wrong.
is wrong.
absolutely.
Yeah, something is wrong. Or what's the other one that you said? You said another one too.
I'm fine.
Um yes, I'm fine. Any woman that says I'm fine, it
Something afoot.
almost about to be World War III coming somewhere in the vicinity because
Don't do us. Don't do
yeah,
us.
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying.
So
I
like
never
you,
heard a woman say she was fine and it was okay. Like, nah.
like you, Heck, I am a great listener. And people find it like I find myself in restaurants and bars, and they will bend my ear.
Yeah.
They will tell me all of their business.
Yep.
Am I easy to communicate with? I'm gonna say no, and I'll tell y'all why I say no. For me, words matter, right?
Mhm.
Words matter, and
Yeah.
it's gotta for me, it has to be facts over feelings.
Hmm.
So hexa is a bunch of different meanings for the same word. For me,
Hmm.
it's only one meaning to that word. And that is what Webster told me that word meant.
Right. Right.
Not deviating from Webster's definition, because that's been the definition since Webster put it in the book.
The book. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
do. I For me, words matter. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
if you say delusion to me, delusion doesn't sound like oh, I'm just making pretend, or delusion doesn't
Yeah.
sound like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
doesn't believe me, but I really mean delusion is delusion.
Delusion.
Illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Only one way to see it. It's only one way to express. Well, there are many ways to express delusion, but if
Uh-huh.
I see it, oh, okay, he living in Delulu world. And that's just what it is. So
Yeah.
sometimes I may not be the easiest to communicate with because I listen for clarity, I listen for understanding, and I got to be able to understand. Like that's where resolve is found in the understanding,
Yeah, absolutely.
and it got to
It's
be
got to make
resolved.
sense.
It had
Yeah,
make sense. Make
I
it make
totally
sense.
agree. I
That's why
totally
I
agree
hate
with that.
this new everything now. Because we grew up in a generation that we were like anti-labels. We were like just out here just doing some stuff. Now this new generation want to slap a label on literally everything. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel old. Like, okay, what does this mean? Like, tell me
Mm.
what this means now. Because when I was young, this used to mean this. Now y'all saying that don't mean this no more. It means this over here. Why? How did it
Yeah,
change? What happened? You know what I mean? It's a different life that we live now.
it really
I
is.
came up in that Dragnet era. I don't know if you remember that TV show, but
Mhm.
what sticks in my mind, and it has to do with me having, I say it all the time, those 9 uncles and me being the only girl out of all my brothers, all of my father's children.
Mhm.
I grew up around a lot of logic, you know?
Mhm.
So that's where like the both of you people just tend to come and want to spill their whole guts out to you and tell you everything and tell you how much easier it is for them to talk to you. One, I'm easy to talk to in that moment because I'm not in relationship with you. So
That
I'm
part.
coming from a different perspective. I'm not having to deal with your day to day, and you're just giving me one side of this story, that you're
Mhm.
telling me. And that's your perception of the relationship, the way it looks to you. So in that TV show, one of the famous lines was just the facts, ma'am.
Just
Just
the
the
fact. Just the fact.
Mhm.
just the
Please.
facts. I got a boss that used to tell me, me and him would sit together and listen to other people converse about what was going on at work. And it would be, see, I said, all you need to know is whether it was a boy or a girl. They want to tell you how the baby was made. We don't care about how the baby was made. Is it
Boy
a
or
boy
girl.
Mhm.
or a girl?
Boy or
That's it.
girl.
I don't need all those details. I had
Mhm.
on my tagline at work, under my signature, just the facts. Because I
Mhm.
don't care about all the rest of that. I don't,
Please.
Yeah.
in fact, if you come
Please.
to me with a long, drawn out story, I'm probably gonna think you're lying, first of all, because I grew up
They be
around
like,
them men that used to say anybody talk that much got to be lying.
To be
So
yeah.
lying.
be lying. So don't come to me with no long.
All them words.
Even my kids, like I already know what you want when they were younger. But I know when you come to me talking about, mom, so and so, mama, she da 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 da, and she go to school with me. I know at the end of this is, can I spend the night? And you don't come with this
Mhm.
whole long drawn out story, girl. I don't want
Mhm.
to hear none of that. And the answer is
Mhm.
no. And I don't
And
care about
that,
da 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 da. I don't care about none of that. Just the fact
Yeah.
we could alleviate. One, you're wasting my time. Remember that comedian Patrice used to say, "You are raping my time.
ugh,
Yeah.
Can't get this back from you, and you're taking advantage of it because I don't need all this excess fluff in the story.
this
Just the
state your
fact."
Tasha
state your
Tasha knows Tasha knows for me, if you text me, it gotta be straight to the point.
God,
Cause I ain't
like
reading the
4
whole
words or less.
soliloquy.
4 words or less. Or hectic not gonna read it.
I'm not.
You're not gonna
What
read
do
it.
you want? What do you want? Is all I want to know.
You're
Tell me
not
what
gonna
you want.
I'm not gonna read it.
No,
I'm just not. I'm a skim. I'm gonna get an
that's it.
idea,
I'm
but
looking for
I'm not reading
keywords.
this whole thing.
see it. So to be fair and honest, right? I am balanced. Like I think I have just enough logic and I don't go overboard with my emotions
Mhm.
when I'm having conversations with people. Like sometimes I have to roll myself in the emotional side. And
Mhm.
sometimes you just dumb because this don't make sense.
Yeah,
Logically, this don't add up. And if you
right.
can't make it add up, 1 plus 7 ain't never equal 10.
Exactly.
And that's what it is for me. Um, Symphony, you prefer blunt honesty or a softened delivery?
Blunt honesty or soft delivery.
Or soft
Um,
delivery?
for me, it it depends on what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
Because as long as it's truth, that's how I feel. As long as what you're saying is truth, then I can take it bluntly or I can take it softly. Because sometimes I'd rather a harsh truth than a soft lie.
My God.
Not sometimes, all the time. I would always prefer the rough truth than a soft lie. And I
We can
think I've
work
done
through
it.
the emotion behind the rough truth.
Huh?
We can work beyond the emotion of the
Oh,
rough truth.
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I feel the rough truth has less emotion though. It's the soft lie that has more emotion
what
because
I'm
you're
saying,
worried about how someone's going to take it.
for the person delivering the blunt truth, they just got to
Yes.
say what they got to
Yeah, they
say.
just got to get it out.
Mm-hmm,
The person
mm-hmm.
receiving the blunt
Yes.
truth,
Now
if
that's
it
emotion.
falls,
Yeah.
right, if it falls on them a kind of way, we can work that out
Yeah.
after I give you this blunt truth. But you got
After
to
I
have
give you the blunt truth. My dad used to say, I'm coming to get you on Saturday. And I say, okay. So when Monday comes and I see him and you come back and I say, I thought you said you was gonna come get me on Saturday. He say, I lied.
I love
Damn.
volunteering.
I mean, technically,
I love
he can
volunteering.
come.
What do you say? As the
Yeah, you
scripture says,
can't. You
what do
can't
you
just.
say to these things? What
Yeah.
can you say after he say I
Why?
lied?
I lied.
He just
Like,
took
Well,
your argument away.
at
You
least he
can't
didn't
say
hit you
he
with the
lied.
welp.
You lied to me. I just told you that. Now what?
Yeah,
where
yeah,
do
So
we
he
yeah.
gonna get you next weekend or what? Say, yeah, I want you to
True.
get me next
I
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
weekend.
Are
But yeah,
you?
Oh wow.
Heck, different question for you. Are you more likely to shut down or speak up in a conflict?
Oh, I'm definitely a shutdowner. I am working. Yeah, I know.
This
This is
surprising.
we had a show about surveys. This is something I had to learn about myself. um, I shut down. Not because I want to, right? I do have a temper. Well, I had a temper when I was younger. And I'll just like I want to break some shit. You feel me? So, um, or I'm very witty and my comebacks are just I don't know, they're just off the top of the dome sometimes. So depending on what a person says to me, it might skip my whole brain and straight leave like I don't even think about it. It's just right back out. So I understand too it when I deal with relationships. I like to sit with it for a minute and think about it and evaluate. I mean, that's also my sign thing too. But I like to evaluate how I want to say it. Is it going to be too harsh? Because I'm not even to Symphony's, question before me. People take bluntness as a reason to be able to say anything they want to say to you.
mhm.
You
Not
see what
true.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I could still be blunt but tactful.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I realize when you're dealing with someone, you realize who you're dealing with. So you realize there's certain things you just can't say to a person without it just being all these other things. So I am definitely I have been working through it. I've been speaking up a lot more when I don't like something you know, um, or I just don't want to do something. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. And
Good
if
answer.
someone asks me why, I'm like, just don't feel like it. Like I don't, you know what I mean? And that's just it.
The
You're not
answer.
going to convince me to do anything. You're not
What's
going to come and get me out my house to make me do something. So I'm
right,
not doing it.
right.
Yeah.
I
What
know
about you?
there are
Why?
some
Why
things.
did y'all seem shocked when I said that?
It definitely. I'd have probably never thought it. Like, I don't see you as a rah 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 in your face type guy, but
Mhm.
definitely not a shutdown guy either. I don't
Well,
see
a
it.
lot of minds stem from other things. You know what I
Got you.
mean?
Got you.
So yeah, so I've I've worked through those things, and I'm a lot more outspoken when I don't like something.
So it's funny for me. Um, I've never been quite a filter girl. Like I would check my grandma if she was in need, respectfully, of
Mhm,
course,
mhm,
but nobody was safe if I felt disrespected. If I felt like you were dismissing or overlooking my
mhm,
nobody was
mhm,
safe. Today
mhm,
though, today though, because I've decided who is worth my conflict, I let a lot of stuff go. It's easier for me to remove myself from situations than to I'm choosing my battles these days.
You
mhm.
can't
Before,
die on every hill. Every
yeah,
hill is not meant for you to die on.
Yes,
before is
yes,
absolutely what I would do. I would die
yeah,
on every hill.
yeah.
So,
Nah, for me, I can definitely engage in the conflict if we're actually communicating, because I can speak up in the conflict if we're talking, if we're actually
Mhm.
communicating. If you come at me with that rah rah rah, I'm going to shut it down.
Mhm.
I'm not talking to you. At this point, I'm not talking to you anymore because you're not listening to me. I'm not listening to you. If you're yelling, I've already stopped listening to you. Because
mm,
like you
Mhm.
said, now you're being disrespectful. I don't know who you think you're talking to. I'm not your child. I'm not a
Mhm.
child.
Mhm.
You don't have to yell at
Mhm.
me. Brenda and Alan have already done a great job at raising me. You're not raising me.
Yeah.
I'm 54 years old. I'm already raised. I'm
period,
as big as I'm gonna get. But
period.
again, but if we're communicating, if there's active listening and you're active and communicating where I understand what you're saying, you understand what I'm saying, I feel heard, you feel heard, and we're actually communicating, then if you could tell me what to do, we say it all the time. Then you can tell me what to do. I'm listening. I
I
want to
feel,
hear you, you
I feel
know?
like this.
And people have to realize it's okay to say, hey, right now, we both are not in the space to
Yeah,
do this. Let's put a pin in this real quick.
Yeah.
Let's
we
go and do something else and come back to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the biggest misconception in conflict and confrontation is that they both have like this negative connotation
Yeah.
to them. But it's not. Both things are for resolve. And if at the end of the day, whatever that resolve is, if that resolve means that I got to let you go or you got to let me go, or that we come to an understanding and we're
Mhm.
able to live happily ever after. And Symphony, that's something that we do regularly. Like we don't
Yes.
always see things the same way. We don't always agree. But I think the
Yeah.
beauty of the friendship that you and I have is that we can talk both sides.
Yes.
So we come to a middle of the road
Yeah. Yeah.
and move on from there.
Yeah.
And move
Yeah.
on from there. And
Do
every
y'all both feel like a lot of the breakdown in communication between the genders doesn't necessarily stem from, well, it stems from a lot of other things, but it stems from people uh not wanting to have that hard truths or hard talks. They want everything to be butterflies and rainbows and everything's good and everything's, the best that it could be. As soon as you put a little, hey, I don't like how you did this, now it's like it's just so
All
in their mind, it's so negative that they
right.
just people just don't like having uneasy conversations a lot of times,
So I think
especially the younger, when you were younger, or the younger generation. They just, yeah, that's just a hard thing.
you started out with it. Like most of our communication issues start from places that don't have anything to do with the people that we're communicating with, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
So as a child, because that's where those conversations start. That's where
Mhm.
I agree.
criticism comes in. That's where critical thinking is inserted. But if you are always telling you're great, you're wonderful, you're like there is a space for those great, you're great and you're wonderful conversations. But
Mhm.
it ain't sugar without salt.
Yeah.
It ain't
Facts.
rhythm without blues.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It just
I saw
can't be.
what you just did there.
You see what
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's just necessary. It's necessary to when you are at the foundation and you're bringing young people up who will one day have to go out into the world, stand up for themselves, be themselves, and have these difficult conversations that
Mm-hmm.
when they get out into the world, it's not their first time having a
Right.
difficult conversation.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
But it
And
don't come from where we are now. No.
so I know this answer for me. But when I hear other people talk about their pet peeves in a conversation, what's and I'll tell you mine after I ask Rhythm hers. What's your biggest communication pet peeve?
I want eye contact. Like
Mhm.
if we're not right here in my head, you're not listening. You're not
Uh-huh.
listening.
Uh-huh.
And that would be it. Like, look at me. Look at me. Not a look at me when I'm talking to you like you a child type deal, but I need to know that you are feeling me and I need to feel you. Like I need
Mhm.
to know the nonverbal cues are a thing even when you're in spoken communication.
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
shoulders, you like you're not even open to having this conversation. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But if we are, and I ain't talking that kind of eye contact,
Right.
not
Don't patronize me.
no, don't
Don't play in my face. Because now you playing in my face. You know that's not what
Yeah.
I meant by what I said.
right,
Mhm.
right. But that level of eye contact has to be there. Otherwise, I feel like whatever I'm saying is falling on deaf ears, and that's going to piss me off.
Mm-hmm. Hectic. What's your biggest communication
Mm.
pet peeve?
I hate if you say, "Hey, we need to talk," and I'm allowing you to say whatever it is that you need to say, and I'm listening. I'm not having any rebuttals. I'm not hooping and hollering. I'm not doing all the things that people tend to do. And then as soon as it gets time for me to talk,
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
you want to cut me off, and you want to, well, that's not true, and you want, hey, I listen to your truth. Now listen to my perspective
Mm-hmm.
about your truth.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
I agree.
Um, I feel like when you're, and sometimes it is hard because you might hear someone bold face lying, and you want to be like, I ain't do. You know what? You got it. Go ahead and
You're
finish up because
right.
I feel like I don't know why I do this, but I feel like I'm a lawyer in the courtroom. Oh, go ahead and say your piece because when it's my turn, I'm destroying all that shit that you
Your
just
Honor,
said. Like,
permission to treat the witness is hostile. Permission to treat the witness is hostile.
I'm about to demolish all this over here. You know what I mean? But
God.
I just because a lot of times it's not even the communication piece, it's the emotion tied to what they're saying. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you can be like, okay, everything you're saying is full of shit, but it's something else underlining that's bothering you. It's not necessarily what you're telling me, it's something
Mm-hmm.
else. And I need to feel that emotion from you sometimes to be able to say, okay, damn, what else is going on with you? What else is there? Tell me more because I feel like this is not it. This is just surface
Mhm.
shit. I feel there's more to this. Um, but yeah, cutting me off when I'm trying to have my piece now to say
Mm-hmm.
whatever I need to say. I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
go ahead. You know what? I don't even have nothing to say now.
I don't even want to. I was
Have
so
either of you ever tried that communication stick where you hold it while I'm talking and I hold
I
it while
have,
you're talking?
I have, I have, I
so
have. It
I
works.
I had a bad habit of what Hectic is saying, like I'll say my truth, and then as soon as he would start talking, I have to say something. Like it's like
Oh,
I have to. And I don't know why it was like that, but it was. That's not who I am today. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so during that time, like when I was in it and trying to come out of it, what I would do, and eventually I found that it was disrespectful too. But I would be listening to what was being said, but I got to take notes because I don't want to forget what I
Your
need to
piece.
address.
because I'm listening. I'm still because in that instance, I'm still listening to respond. I want to write it down
Mm-hmm.
so I know
Yeah,
my answer when I
yeah,
come back at you.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And that for me, that came from survival. That was my communication style because it was from survival and it was from fear. It came from a place of fear of not being heard, not getting my turn,
Mm-hmm.
um, not being understood, but it was fear. It was fear, and again, coming from that survival, like this is how you gonna be heard. This is if you don't get to respond, then you gonna be misunderstood, or you gonna get taken
Mm-hmm.
advantage of, or they're gonna get the upper
Mm-hmm.
hand. So that was a thing that I had to learn. But my biggest pet peeve is silence.
ooh,
I'm gonna kill you then.
weaponized silence. Weaponized
Weaponized
silence.
silence.
That's
Yeah.
what I used to
Because it
do. 100%.
because
That's what I used to, when I shut down. Oh, I ain't talking to you for days,
and
weeks.
that's
I
what I
don't.
mean. That right
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
there, hectic. That
Days
right
yeah,
and
yeah,
weeks.
there.
yeah,
Because when you bring
yeah.
your little 22 silence, I'm coming with an AK 57 47 silence. When I'm coming with tanks, I'm coming
Yeah.
with what are the B2 bombers,
B-52 bomb. Yeah,
B-52
yeah.
bombers. When you shut down, and we've had those conversations where I've explained what it means, how that impacts me, how that makes me feel when I'm here for you to communicate with. Like we don't
Mm-hmm.
have to go days not talking to each other because I'm trying to, in every situation, in every conversation, if it's a difficult conversation, I'm trying to get us back to good as soon as possible because I don't want
Mm-hmm.
days without talking to you. I don't want us this strife or this animosity between us for even hours. I don't want that. Now, if you need time, because I understand, and this is, I guess, coming into my next question. Do you like if you need time before we have the conversation, I'm okay with that. But I'm usually, because I want to hurry up and get back to the good, because I enjoy
Mm-hmm.
my person, I enjoy talking to them, I enjoy, being around them and feeling good when I'm in their space. So that makes me more of a fix it now type person. I'm ready to fix it. But I do understand that that's not everybody's style. So if you need to let the situation breathe for a minute, and we have to
Mm-hmm.
come back to it for you because
Yeah.
maybe you're just, not in the headspace for the conversation, then I'm willing to wait. So, Hectic, are you a fix it now type person or a let it breathe type person?
Mm-hmm. Me now, let's get this shit over with. Let's get in this ring. Let's duke it out. But we
With the
ain't going to bed. We ain't going to bed angry. We ain't going
Yeah.
to bed with this shit still lingering into tomorrow.
waiting.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
I had situations where I wasn't even at fault, and they were just thinking about other things that had nothing to do with our situation, like bringing in past trauma into our situation. And I remember like being mad because I think this day, especially, was my birthday that we were having a disagreement of all days, right? And my birthdays to me is like, I don't give a fuck about none of these other holidays. That's it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Not on my birthday. Not
Not on
on
your
my
birthday.
birthday.
I remember she was crying and whatever, whatever. And I wanted to be the stubborn me. Like, hey, you did it to yourself. I didn't do it to you. You did it to yourself. We were having a great time. And in your figure of your imagination, you saw butterflies and whatever else and accused me of that. And it wasn't even that, right? But I remember stopping for a minute And I grabbed her and I pulled her close to me. And I was like, listen, if you need to look through my phone, here's the code. If you need to do whatever it is that you need to do so you can feel secure in whatever you think you saw versus what you actually saw, cool. I would take a step back from my pride and my ego and allow
Mm,
you to do that because that's what you feel you need to do so we can move past this shit and go back to what we were doing
yeah,
prior to this.
right. That's right. That's right.
I had a
Yeah.
conversation, and in that conversation, we were talking about the Bible saying, "Deal with your spouse according to knowledge. Deal with them according to what you know about them." And because it says that, that's going to require you to do some research, to do some learning. You know, Rhythm. Do you think that men and women argue differently?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Women want to be heard, men want to be respected. And sometimes both of those things don't happen in the same conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's typically where things go awry because she is probably emotional and talking crazy. He is probably
Talking
now,
mad shit. Talking
he is,
mad shit.
yeah, yeah, he is now probably in shutdown mode and defensive to a
Mm-hmm.
point. So now y'all
Mm-hmm.
talking to each other. Um, we take the long route. Men want to get straight to the point. And
I agree.
I feel like sometimes that men have to understand that travel route is for your safety so that you can feel like you're being respected. Like if
Uh-huh.
I got straight to the point, I'm spitting it all out and
Yeah.
in my spitting it out, you gonna be like, well, damn, why is she coming at me like this? I felt
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can have it all
Yeah.
ways. So sometimes it's okay for her to take that scenic route because in that scenic route, she is taking care of your heart inside of there. She is taking care of your emotions, seen and unseen, in that scenic route. And at the end of the day, she want a resolution. So she know how I deliver this to him is going to determine how he responds. So let
Right.
me deliver it in a way that it may not feel good because all the words that I'm saying may not feel good to him, but he will still feel safe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until it's his turn to respond. So
That's good.
I understand that y'all need to get
That's real
down to
good.
the nitty gritty. I get
That's
it.
real good.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
understand the need to get to the nitty gritty, but sometimes that scenic route is necessary for
Yeah.
both of y'all.
We don't mind the scenic route. We mind the around the globe route.
Because there's a difference. Because there is a difference. There's a
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
gonna talk about her grandparents and how they came to be, and then jump to the kids that y'all have.
Right. We be like, wait, what's going on here? Like, where?
Yeah.
Because
Lost. You don't know
us,
what she's talking
remember,
about.
we are logical, so we're trying to connect the dots. But if you're jumping timelines, okay, y'all saw House of the Dragons, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how they were skipping timelines, and people were like, wait, what's
I'm
going on?
lost. I'm lost.
That's how
That-
men think when y'all taking around the world. Oh no, okay. Who's who now? You mentioned Sarah in here, but is this the same Sarah that you work with, or is this the Sarah, the aunt that you just found out she was your aunt, but she claimed she was your cousin this whole
Exactly.
time? We are lost.
That's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do.
We gonna do it. We
I
gonna
read
do
a
it.
book. I read a book. Men are like waffles and women are like spaghetti. It was an
Mm,
excellent read. But just what it says, men are like waffles because they can compartmentalize. Every
Mhm.
section of that waffle has is for a different purpose. And it doesn't
Mm.
go into the next blocks, or the next section of that waffle. What's in that box is only in that box. And then in that next square, there may be absolutely nothing at all. But
Mhm.
the woman, the way it was explained, Jane, we'll say Mary and John come home from work. Mary tells John, "Hey, I talked to Alice today, and Johnny had a baseball game. Their son Johnny had a baseball game, and at the baseball game, I was talking to Mary, and Mary says that her and Doug are having issues, but later on, she said that they worked it all out, and there's going to be a dinner party next week.
Child. No,
Yeah,
I'm
There's
tired.
I'm
going to be a
lost.
dinner party next week, and so they asked if we would bring the wine."
Yeah,
Can we
you
bring them?
lost
Can we bring the wine to
me.
Mary and Jim's house because they
See,
have?
for us, all we need to hear was, "Hey, they're having a dinner party. Can we bring wine?"
That's it. That's it. But because it's like spaghetti, and with women, everything is connected to something else. We can
Yeah,
start over here, and by the time we get where we're going, everything had to do with the end of that story. Just
yeah,
like spaghetti, it's just touching everything. It's touching everything in
yeah,
her mind. And I guess
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why we argue differently. Men and women argue differently. And but the goal, the thing is to learn that about one another, and then figure our way around that. I
Yeah,
understand that
absolutely.
she's emotional. I understand her emotions, because she could have emotions and not just be a basket case, because I have emotions, but I'm probably gonna never be a basket case. I'm never gonna be I'm too
Yeah.
hard.
What
Too
was
hard.
that?
Uh,
But I understand, people that are,
yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, y'all.
Trust me, we understand that there's a lot that are too, and we gotta navigate differently.
Mm.
Figure
So
it out.
one of my favorite sayings is the road to hell is paved in good intention.
Mm-hmm.
How much does tone matter compared to intention? Hectic.
Oh, okay. I was about to say who you asking first. I am so even keel. I out of all the relationships that I've probably ever been in, they could probably tell you I've never like raised my voice. I don't rah rah. I don't, you know what I mean? And the same way I talk now is probably how I'm talking in the argument. With a little bit of, maybe a little bit more oof to it,
Yeah.
but same. Um, for me, it definitely matters because what they say, tone sets the pace kind of deal. You know what I mean? So if you coming to me and it might not even be something significant, but because of your tonality, I'm like, oh shit, what happened? And then by the end of the story, like, what Symphony's saying about the wine situation, I'm like, man, this ain't even that. Like, why you hyperventilating or whether we gonna bring the wine or not? Like, this
Uh,
is this is simple, Um, so I do think that also we're also missing a key thing with that as well. Purses. And what I mean by that, if you be like, you a you a bitch, or
oh,
you know what I mean, or using any kind of those language, okay, now you got me like, now I'm defensive because you using language we shouldn't even have to use towards each other. You see
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Just because you're angry at the situation don't mean you need to, you
Talk
know,
crazy.
yeah, talk to me greasy. Like, listen, I ain't your homies. I ain't your homegirls. Like, you can call them whatever you want to call them, but over here, nah, it ain't going like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Talk to
I
me
think that's
nice.
another key component that people often forget when they are having disagreements. Hey, check not only your tone, but the words that you're using too, because that could set a whole. It
Man,
might not be nothing, but because of what you saying and how you saying it, now I'm like, who you
words
think
matter.
you talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as
Yeah.
soon as I hit you with the who you think I'm talking to, now you back on
Up.
defense, like,
It's up. It's up. I believe
yeah, yeah,
Right.
Symphony. Why do women feel
Wait,
dismissed?
wait, wait, because
Oh,
I wanna piggyback
oh
what the
no.
question you asked Hectic about tone and intention. Because
My
if
bad.
your tone ain't right with me, your intention just went out the window.
Don't
Mhm.
Intention
matter.
just went straight
Go
out
to
the window.
hell.
I don't
Go to
care about
hell.
what you intended. I don't care nothing about what
Mhm.
you meant by what you said. I'm talking about
Mhm.
what you just said to me was
And how
disrespectful
you
and
said
how
it.
you just said it to me. So I don't care about your intention. That's like trying to find a diamond in a pile of poop. I'm not going to
Mm,
do it. You told me, so I got to shift through all that tone to find your intention.
yeah, no,
Mhm.
I'm
I
not
don't
going
want
to
to
do that. I
I
don't
don't
care
want to
about
It's
your
like when
intention.
someone's like, not to be rude, and then next thing they know, they saying
speak
the most
to
rude
you.
shit to you. You be like,
No, no.
you could just left this out. You could have just
My answer is easy. Like in the summertime, every summer, I got an annual post. I say,
Mhm.
y'all, it's getting hot outside. Drink plenty of water and watch how you talk to me.
Yeah,
Cause it's too hot
Mm,
for that shit. It's too
yeah,
hot
yeah,
for it.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
just watch how you talk to me. And I ain't no killer, but don't
yeah.
fucking push me.
Don't push me. Yeah.
Don't
100%.
point and blank. I'm sorry. Um, I was about to call you champagne. It's too much. It's too much.
Okay.
Sympathy.
Yo.
Yes.
Women feel dismissed even when men feel like they're listening. Like what are the cues that women pick up to say that a man is not listening to her when he feel like he actually is like I'm in this. I'm here. I'm
Right.
listening. I'm
And I
involved.
think it's because we expect men to listen the way we listen. We
Mm,
expect ourselves from them, and that's not them. Like when women listen, um, she wants you to know, she's gonna lean in. She's gonna come to you in a certain manner to let she's listening. Men may just pause. I stopped, didn't I? So I heard what you said, so I'm listening. And she'll be like, well, I don't feel like you're listening to me. And that could be that keyword that I just said. I don't feel like you're
mm,
listening to me.
mm,
He could
mm.
very well be listening in his
And cause
own
you
way.
felt. And cause you felt.
But because you feel he's not listening to you, I'm not responsible. My brother
Mm,
Marco said all the time, I'm not responsible for how you feel. I'm only responsible for what I do and what I
that's it.
say.
That's it.
How you
That's
feel about it is on you. And that could be coming from a place of, you know, other relationships. It could be coming from some childhood trauma, something that I'm triggering in you or whatever. But that's not going back to intention. That's not my intention. So
mm,
she may not feel like she's being listened to because his listening style isn't like hers.
different.
Or if she's a logical woman, she know that man, and she knows when you're listening to her and when you're not listening to her.
Hey now.
So
Hey now. Because
yeah,
I had to
she's
learn
because
how
he
to
may
put the
not be
game system
listening.
down.
she's dealing with her spouse
I had to learn to,
according to knowledge.
uh,
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
nah. I said I had to learn how to put the game system down so I could listen,
Yeah.
because I could multitask,
I'm just
Right.
six. I know you
but hold up, how serious is this? Do I need to pause this game right now?
right.
Like we can
Right.
do, I can keep going with what I got going on because that's a lot of times what be happening, right? We're thinking about work tomorrow. We're thinking about getting these bills paid. We're thinking about all these other things, and not to say that whatever you want to talk to us is insignificant, but it's throwing a monkey wrench into whatever our thought process are. We're already overwhelmed with all the stuff that we already have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this over with as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Quickly and
Mm.
And we realize we have to stop what we're doing because if we don't, it's not going to be effective or efficient. but we're not going to give y'all the whole. So tell me more. How? Oh, that's how
Not
you feel.
who y'all are. That's not who
Oh,
y'all
we're not doing that. We're not.
are. Get it. Get it. I feel like most of the conversations that we have been having lately, they are all part two worthy.
Mhm.
I'm on ask the panel a final question. We'll all answer, and then we
What? Is it that time already?
crazy. We're gonna have them
Yeah.
pass. But final question, like I say often to people who are in conflict, to people who are in argument, like, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? There's
Mm.
not space for both. So
Mhm.
you have to make a choice. So are we really looking for clarity or are we just wanting to win the argument? I think that is the biggest thing in communication between us. Somebody is all one side or the other wants to be right.
Uh-huh.
And we can't win that way. We
I'm
can't
that
win.
side.
You that side, you want to be
I'm
right.
that side.
You wanna
But
be
I only want to be. I want to be right, but I want to be because I want to be happy.
girl,
I
shut
want to
up.
be right because I want to be right because I want to be happy.
Lord
So,
have
but
mercy.
and saying that,
So you're saying that you can't be happy and wrong?
no, what I'm saying is if I'm
Oh,
wrong, I'm not even mad about being wrong. I could be wrong. I'm okay with being wrong because wrong says that you're able to tell me what's right.
yeah.
Wrong says this is an opportunity to learn something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
This is this
Okay.
is
Mhm.
a this is a learning experience or this is a learning opportunity. So even if I'm wrong, I'm okay that I'm wrong because now this is an opportunity for me to obtain some knowledge, and so I'm okay with it. But I'm gonna get to happy, you know,
By being right.
by being right. Because when I'm wrong, you're
I
gonna
could have been
tell
right.
me, you're gonna make the correction, you
Oh my
know,
God.
you're gonna tell me how to make it right, how I can be right. I'm gonna learn the right way. In my
Okay.
wrong,
Listen,
I will
I
learn the
thought
right
Stephanie was
way.
going to do
She
the
just went around
get
the
rich or
globe.
die trying.
She just went around the globe. I just want y'all to
Yeah,
know.
yeah. No,
She
I
just went
thought she
around
was
the
going to
globe.
hit you with the get rich or die trying. When I'm wrong, I'm right because I could have been wrong, but because
No,
I'm wrong,
no,
I'm right.
no,
Yeah,
no, guys,
yeah.
Look,
like I said,
she want to be right. She want to be right. Go ahead,
even
Fred.
if I'm wrong, it's an opportunity to be right. So I'm gonna get to right
I,
one way or another.
I,
I'm going
I
to get
got
to
you.
right.
I got you. Oh my goodness. For me, I don't give a fuck about neither one of them because I feel like happiness is a state of mind. I want peace.
Mm,
Mm,
mm.
I want
Interesting.
peace. I live a peaceful life. I come in, there ain't no sounds, there's no rah-rah, there's no too much going on unless I have too much going on. I want peace. If I have a partner
we all
and I
deserve
have to sit my ass outside for
For an
10 to
hour.
15 minutes to decompress and mentally
talk
get
about it.
prepared to walk
Talk about it,
inside,
hectic. Talk about it.
I don't need that partner. I need a partner that I'm like, baby, listen, them bastards outside don't want to go outside no more.
Right,
Keep me in the
That's it.
house.
right.
That's it. I'm gonna
This
they
should
was
be a strong tower and a place of refuge
right.
where you
Right.
Listen,
come to get
hey,
revitalized, so I can send you back
yeah,
out into the world where I know
right.
what they're gonna do to you. I know
You
the
remember when you
way
were a
to do.
kid, and when you were a kid, and you went to your mom, they being mean to me. Like that's how I should come home. Like, hey, they being
Yes,
mean to
They
me.
have to
Like,
be
yes,
me. I like it. I like it. And
yeah.
I'm so finite on this point. Like clarity means everything to me.
everything.
And if
Hmm.
clarity means that I don't get to be right, I'm good with not being right because I need to we often talk about men and leadership and I'm talking about as women. We often talk about men and leadership and how that take me through there where we going twin. That
Yeah.
ain't clarity. But if
Mm-mm.
I can see where you're taking me, it's easier for me to follow.
Right,
So I want
right.
to be right. I want to be clear. I want it to be clear. I want
Yeah.
us to be clear. Um,
The Bible says, how can two walk together unless they agree on the direction?
that's
You
it.
know, we got to be
That's
in
it.
agreement. And if for us to be in agreement, we got to be in alignment, you
Yeah.
know? So that's important.
Happiness, like Hex said, is a state of mind. It's fleeting at times. Um, but clear is clear, facts are facts. And
Hmm.
I feel like if we have to start there, just being clear on each one's position, being clear on how we can move forward. And this is not rocket science, right?
Right. Right.
Like
Mhm.
there are
Right.
people out here that do it. There are people out here in good and healthy relationship. It can be
It
done.
all be so simple.
My God, but you rather and we'll go out with Auntie Lauren. She gonna
The
be late.
honorable
She
Lauren
gonna
Hill.
be late, but she said what she said. All right, Heck, I think you've watched enough Ashes and Influence to know
I'm ready
exactly.
for this part. I'm not.
Oh
I'm not even gonna
Lord,
hold you. Y'all could have skipped the whole other part and just got to here, and I've been happy.
don't do the other part of the show.
Don't do us.
Asher Pass, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Y'all ready?
We ready.
Asher Pass. If I have to explain it, you're not for me.
Pass.
Ooh, I say. I say pass.
I'll
I'm gonna
pass.
pass
I'll
it to
explain it
you.
to you.
Yeah, I will. One or two times. One or two
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, that's entitlement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not gonna make it a habit though. Ash your
Mhm.
past tone matters more than what you're actually saying. Ash that.
Yeah, Ash.
I agree. Yeah.
Ash your past. Men don't listen; they wait to respond. I'm a
Pass.
pass
I'll
on that.
pass. I'll
Pass.
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 Yeah. Women say one thing, but expect you to
Huh.
understand another.
Ash. Ash. You
Ash.
don't even have to finish that one.
I know them women.
Sadly,
I know them
ladies. Sadly, ladies. Rhythm must ash. Y'all
Uh,
gotta do better. I ain't gonna say y'all. I'll put myself in it. We gotta do
uh,
better. Ask your past. If you feel attacked, that's your insecurity, not my delivery. If
Ash.
you feel attacked, if I feel attacked, you attack me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah, you pass. Because you should know your partner, or you should know whoever you're delivering the message to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If I
Last one
say it
for
like
me.
this, she gonna feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
You according to knowledge.
Yes.
That's gonna be our new
Mm-hmm.
hashtag. Hashtag according to knowledge.
Yeah.
Men hear disrespect quicker than they hear emotion. Ash or pass.
Pass.
Ash. I think I agree.
I think I want to smoke on it.
You gonna smoke on that one?
I tell you, do you know about this new option to smoke on it? Have,
I have known the new one,
yeah,
but
you
I'm
gotta
firm on this one.
you gotta smoke on it sometimes, and I'll tell
Yeah.
you why. Because we're saying quicker than they hear the emotion. Um,
No, I think we hear the emotion quicker than we hear the disrespect sometimes. I mean, it's if you say you a bitch ass, and then
what is
follow
it
it
to
up.
disseminate? That's exactly where I was going. What is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you say that, then all right, now you're disrespectful. I'll let you get off everything else you had to get off, but now you can cross the line.
Too far.
Okay. Women overcomplicate simple conversations.
Oh God.
Ooh, Ash.
We just went around the globe.
We
Yeah.
just went around the globe. We know.
We just went around, been around the world, and
Right, right.
if
Yeah,
I
that's
have
definitely
to keep
Ash.
repeating myself, I'm done talking.
Oh, you got twice.
Yeah, I got 2 times for you. I got
Rhythm.
2 good
Yeah,
times.
What happened to three strikes and you're out?
Well, see,
we ain't baseball.
we can't
We ain't baseball.
get the 3 if I didn't gave you
Because
2.
because two,
Ah,
you know what? I feel like what Tasha said, they take an inch and take a yard.
Sorry, that's what they
Uh-huh.
do.
By the second time, you know what you know.
Yeah.
If I have to tell you the third time, there's the door.
Yeah.
Because you're not even trying to hear anything I had to say previously to the third
Yeah.
time. I'm
You're
good.
purposely misunderstanding now.
Yeah.
Committed to the
Yes.
misunderstanding.
Right. Yeah.
I tell people I'm not beating a dead horse. I'm not about to
Facts.
beat a dead horse. This ain't getting up going nowhere. Most arguments are really misunderstandings, not disagreements.
I'll ask
Facts.
that.
I asked
I'll
that.
ask that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to translate yourself for your partner.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Facts.
pass on that one because I may
Yeah.
need to. I may need to
Especially
translate
depending on how. Now, if you're 10 years in, they should know what they
right.
know. But if
Again, we're
you're
going back
within
to
the first
knowledge.
couple of years, they're still
Yeah.
learning you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll, I'll ask that.
And if we are honest with each other, men and women do speak different languages. Like you was talking about earlier, men are from Venus, well,
Yeah.
whichever it was,
Mars.
men are
Men
from
from
Mars,
Mars and
women are
women
from
from Venus.
Venus.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
means we're talking a lot of times two different languages. So I
Yeah.
need to translate sometimes,
Mhm.
Silence is better than saying the wrong things sometimes.
Sometimes ask that. Ask
I
Yeah.
heard
that.
somebody
I asked.
say what you think what you may, but watch what you say.
Period.
Mhm.
Period.
If
Mhm.
they wanted to understand, they would.
I'm
Ooh.
going to ask that. I'm going to ask it. I'm going to
Mm-mm.
ask it.
I'm gonna
He,
smoke this one over.
He
okay.
gonna smoke on
Okay.
that one.
Come
Yeah.
back in the comments
The
with
reason for that is because like it how we need more. A lot of times men need more information, more concrete information, not the fluff. We need more to go based off of. And if we have just fluff, sometimes we have a lot of white noise, and the white noise distort us from seeing what we need to see sometimes. Like I said, Sarah, which Sarah, your aunt, or Sarah, your cousin, or which, we are lost sometimes with what's going on because y'all like to use names. We have put a code name on someone quick, fast, in a hurry so we don't get mixed up.
I think there just has to be the desire to want to understand.
yeah.
Because if you
Mhm.
want to understand, then you'll do whatever it takes to make sure
I
that
agree with
you understand.
I
You
agree with
know?
it. Like that
Yeah.
take a certain level of connection, a certain level of maturity
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
get to the point where I wanna understand her, or I want to understand her, and I'm committed to doing what it takes so
Yeah.
that we
And vice
remain
versa, him too.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Sometimes
I
it's
want to understand
sometimes it's a
him,
tough
you
one.
know. I
Sometimes
want to know what makes
sometimes
him
what
tick.
she's saying don't make sense at all, and we have to sit there and listen to it.
And sometimes what men say don't make sense at all. You know what?
Ah.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
there's a lot of times that I will have to redirect a person that I'm having a conversation with, a man, and say, that's not the question. That's not what
I
I
do that.
asked
I
you,
do that a
though.
lot. I'd be like, I didn't ask that.
That ain't what I asked you. What I asked was, and then they have to go back
Yeah,
to like, oh, what? So
yeah,
what did you say? Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
not
yeah.
even like that.
Mm.
I want to thank Hectic for joining us for this conversation. Much appreciated. Thank
Thank you,
you.
No
Hectic.
problem. No problem.
I want to
I'm
say
glad.
I want to say to black men and women, I love y'all.
I
I love
love
y'all
you.
for real. Like, well, we go together
Real bad.
real bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if we want to stay in relationship real bad, we
Yes.
have got to figure whatever this disconnect is out. Like,
Yeah.
there are people out there that really want to be in relationship.
Mhm.
There are people out there that are not looking for the best baddie or the highest value. There are people with negotiable list. Like, you
Yeah.
don't come in with no list, but don't come
Mm-mm.
in with a list that's
Yeah.
that you can't get what you want. So, on
Yeah.
that note,
I agree. I agree. So, like you said, on that note, I guess we'll land this plane because at the end of the day, Tosh, I be Rhythm. At the end of the day got to end.
Period. And blame.
It's not about who said it better, because we are now at that point in the show that we like to call the final draw. And it's not about who said it better. It's about who cared enough to understand correctly. Communication is not just speaking, it's receiving, processing, and responding with intention. And a lot of us are so busy protecting our egos, we're missing the message completely. So maybe the question isn't, why did you say it like that? Maybe the question is, why did you hear it like that? Sometimes that's the question. Because until we start translating instead of reacting, we're going to keep having the same arguments with different people. Sometimes it's you. And that's not growth, that's repetition. This is Ashes and Influence. And on
Thank
that
you for
note,
joining us. See y'all next episode. See y'all.
Yeah.
happy communicating, y'all.
Happy
Yeah.